Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom and welcome. This is Man's Final Steps, a continuing series to those who will be among the ranks of the 144,000 and multitude, mentioned in Revelations chapters 7 and 14, the 7th and 14th chapter of Revelation. Today is January 23rd, 2014. My name is Symmanayah, and in this segment of Man's Final Step, it is entitled Modest Dress, Escaping Vanity. My brothers and sisters, we will soon witness a phenomenal gathering beginning to take shape. We will begin to witness a group of individuals, 12,000 from each of the tribes of Yasharal, the 144,000, and we will come to witness the unveiling of the multitude who will begin to become visible in the foreseeable future. We will witness people from all nations, kindreds, and tongues, but with one goal: to worship and obey the Almighty Father Yahuwah. Come together in unity. We will be fascinated at what we will witness regarding this gathering. Yes, we will be amazed at the unveiling of the 144,000 and multitude. Some of us will become aware that we are included in those ranks. We will discover our purpose, our calling. And as we come together, it is important that we prepare to be mindful that there will be a change in our dress, our attire. Yes, our attire can be a distraction. Let us prepare to demonstrate modest dress while escaping vanity. Allow me to read the following before I continue. Ecclesiastes 6:9 says, "What the eye see is better than what the desire goes after. That too is futile and feeding on wind. 1 John 2:16 says, "Because all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." Proverbs 4:25 reads, "Let your eyes look forward and your eyelids look straight before you." John 12:32 reads, If I am lifted up from the earth, shall draw all men unto myself." This is the Mashiach Yahusha talking. Reflect on these verses. Ecclesiastes 6:9, 1 John 2:16, Proverbs 4:25, and John 12:32. John 12:32. I'll read that one again. "And if I am lifted up from the earth, shall draw all men unto myself." You see, my brothers and sisters, it is the Spirit of Yahusha who will draw men to himself. I submit to you, we lift him up in our worship and our obedience to him. We lift him up by yielding to his guidance, his instructions, his directions. We lift him up by acknowledging and obeying his teachings and responding with a ready mind. Now let's be true to one another. Men, we tend to look for physical features of a woman that satisfies our eyes, our desires, point blank, our lusts. Women, you also look at specific physical features of a man with lust in your heart as well, to satisfy your desires as well. Different men and different women desire specific physical features to meet their specific lusts and desires. When we display outright varying physical features, in other words, when we let it all hang out, or we wear clothing that's revealing, it feeds the lust and desire of individuals who look and witness such behaviors. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, certain lusts and desires can fuel actions of fantasizing, strong pursuit of an individual, possibly rape, whether a man raping a woman, or a woman a man, or man a man, or a woman. Lies, manipulation, deceit, and a host of other wicked things have been displayed and demonstrated as a result of manipulation by individuals' dress. So is it the dress that moves one to be wicked? I think not. Is it the dress that can contribute to fueling wickedness and evil? I believe it can. Nothing justifies evil, wickedness, or crime. Nothing excuses one for being out of righteousness. Nothing whatsoever. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, Let us be mindful of how we dress, how we govern ourselves. Let us come to realize how important it is to be among one another, how important it is to demonstrate modest dress. Let us begin to come away and escape vanity, my brothers and sisters. Yes, while some minds still tend to be mentally active, undressing a person regardless of how modest they dress, we are ordered to dress modestly. Modest dress, while escaping vanity, will prove to be needed as the 144,000 in multitude are gathered. We will soon discover the need to practice modest dress. By orders of the Spirit of Yahusha and through his chosen leaders, we will witness right rulings on what is acceptable. You see, my brothers and sisters, many of us have used subjective measurements to determine whether what we wear is acceptable or not. We have talked ourselves into believing it's okay, in many cases when it's not. My brothers and sisters, if we took a moment and searched the scriptures, there are many instances of the rise and fall of individuals due to the lust of the eyes, due to how one was dressed. Whether we realize it or not, if we blatantly adorn ourselves for attention, we contribute to fueling distractions. We contribute to fueling and building on lust and plain wickedness and evil. The time will come, and it is at hand, when we will have no excuses and will either embrace modest dress or begin to face severe rebuke and reproof. Escaping vanity should be part of our duties as we press forward in this journey. I urge each of us to begin considering the possibility of being ordered to wear possibly the same uniform type simple dress. While I am uncertain as to the details and specifics, I believe in due season we may find ourselves wearing uniform and modest dress. In other words, plain, simple, loose clothing that covers our loins. Those who are wearing head wraps, our loins will be covered appropriately. I believe that time will come. Escaping vanity poses a severe challenge for every culture. We have grown accustomed to adorning ourselves, but these customs and habits will be laid waste. I believe when we arrive at the appointed safe place, our dress will have some form of uniformity. We will witness a change, a transformation upon establishing position in the appointed place. I believe the 144,000 in multitude will come to know what it means to demonstrate modest dress, and we will demonstrate knowledge of how escaping vanity is paramount in our gathering. Modest dress, escaping vanity, is critical in reducing the distractions that will be before us as we move forward in our worship and in continued and improved obedience to the Most High. At this point in time, I can only say, prepare for changes of what is acceptable. Prepare for proof to come in the midst of our gathering. Prepare to receive righteous orders on how we will be dressed, my brothers and sisters. Society has conditioned us to think if we witness a group of people dressing uniformly, it must be an occult or a display of some mind control by their leaders. Society has programmed us to attempt to dress any way we so desire, and as a result, we have used and manipulated one another for self-interest. These behaviors will be laid waste before the gathering of the 144,000 in multitude. We will come out of the great tribulation, yes. I submit to you, we will experience a transformation in how we dress and how we govern ourselves. We will come away. We will find ourselves escaping vanity. Brace yourselves, my brothers and sisters. The time will come when our wardrobes will not be as though we have been accustomed. Pray and watch. In the midst of chosen leaders sent by the Spirit of Yahusha or refined and assigned by the Spirit of Yahusha, there will be righteous instructions and orders as to how we must and will dress. Revealing clothing will become an appointed time, a thing of the past. There are many of us who think we demonstrate modest dress and we too will discover reproof and correction. Another change regarding modern dress and escaping vanity entails the removal of embroidered garments, clothing that violate the second commandment written in Exodus. Exodus chapter 20, verse 4 reads, "You do not make for yourself a carved image or any likeness that is which is in heavens above, or which is in the earth beneath, or which is in the waters under the earth." You see, my brothers and sisters, many of us have talked ourselves into believing it's okay to wear embroidered garments with the Almighty Father Yahusha's name on it, or Yahusha's name, or the menorah, the seven-pointed candlestick. We will find that this is wicked and totally disregard to the second commandment. Any garment which violates these words must be destroyed and laid waste. Our love for imagery and adornment has led to many of us thinking because we display the Almighty Father's name on our garments, staff, rods, on our walls, in our vehicles, around our necks, on our heads, etc., many of us think it is okay. But I submit to you, if we have done this, we have violated the second commandment. Some unaware, following erroneous teachers, or some with just total disregard in order to quote-unquote look good. If you doubt these words, look at the communications among those who supposedly are dressing like a Hebrew or a Bari. Examine the words exchanged among them regarding dress. You will find people complimenting, saying, "Oh, that's nice. I want one. Where did you get that? Make me one. Can I get that? How much does it cost?" Consuming precious time over a violation of the second commandment. Yes, people have become fascinated with the dress of these individuals. In some instances, people have experienced a sense of being ostracized because they do not have the so-called Hebrew look. There are those who experience becoming envious. Some even have a disregard to guidance from the Spirit of Yahusha and blatantly pursue acquiring so-called Hebrew garb and or jewelry, among other things, to emulate what they believe or perceive to be a more righteous look, a more righteous surrounding. Yes, there are even those who become depressed because they do not have the resources to acquire such garments, jewelry, fashions, vanity. These are all distractions, and soon we will witness all proof necessary for convincing, convicting, and establishing order regarding modest dress. The 144,000 in multitude will come to know what escaping vanity means. Pray and watch. I strongly suggest that each of us establish a ready mind to be able to discern and respond to orders and command regarding our dress. It will become very clear as to how we should dress in our preparation to demonstrate participation in the unveiling of the 144,000 in multitude. Yes, my brothers and sisters, as for now, let us begin adjusting. Let us begin possibly evaluating our dress. Soon and very soon, modest dress will be reflective among the commands, and we are to, as well as what we are to eat and how we are to represent the more deemed appointed times. In other words, my brothers and sisters, righteous commands will emerge, which we will discover that will bring unity among the ranks of the gathered. A unity in our worship and obedience to the Spirit of Yahusha will emerge. A unity that will be reflective of modest dress and demonstration that we have and know how to escape vanity. Among the ranks of the 144,000 in multitude, we will witness righteous leaders who will execute right rulings and judgment, those who represent what was foretold in scriptures, whose robes was washed in the blood of the Lamb. We will witness the shaping of Yahusha. The time will come when we will be clear of all orders and commands, and we will see that there will be no tolerance for disobedience, no tolerance for blatant vanity and revealing dress. Yes, my brothers and sisters, we will discover unity. Pray and watch. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, begin to pray and ponder on dress. Strongly consider modest dress and prepare to be one who escapes vanity, lest we find ourselves an outcast among the chosen ranks. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, my family, let us begin to pursue that which is right more fervently. For soon and very soon we will come to realize these are indeed man's final steps. These are end times, and they come complete without a rewind button, and there will be no do-over opportunities. Choose wisely your decision in which direction you will take regarding dress. Do not be overtaken by self-righteousness or the belief that it's okay and that the Father knows my heart. Balance will come among the 144,000 in multitude in our worship, in our obedience, and it also will come in our display of modest dress, proving that we will and know how to participate in escaping vanity. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, stay tuned as man's final steps continues. Shalom, shalom, shalom.